Alright, for starters, could we get a show of hands to see how many people in their high school were aware of some sort of drug abuse or drug problem? Okay, you all look around, you can see that nearly everybody raised their hand. So, and according to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 23.5 million people aged 12 years and older needed treatment for an illicit drug or alcohol abuse and problem in 2009. Now, this has become a growing problem throughout how many years, and it is continuing to be a problem for younger people, and the age that kids are starting has become lower and lower. So some things that we're going to discuss today are, why do teens start using drugs, and when do they start using drugs? What drugs do they start using? And then I'm going to reflect on some personal experiences that I've experienced myself. So, when do teens start using drugs? Well, like I said before, it's anywhere from 12 to their mid-teens, because that is one of the most impactful moments of their life, when they're still figuring out who you are and what you're going to do with your life. And so, what kind of drugs do teens normally go to? Well, as most of you would figure, alcohol and tobacco are the main ones that kids end up using. But right after that is marijuana, and once you become into marijuana, then it opens you up to more and more various different types of drugs. And the next ones that become more hardcore drugs, they start taking Adderall and Vicodin and oxycodone and various other types of prescription drugs. With that being said, 1 in 5 teens abuse prescription drugs within the past year, according to the CDC. And so, some various reasons why some kids and teens would do drugs. Well, according to the Addiction Center, curiosity is one of the main ones, peer pressure, stress, emotional struggles, etc. And the main thing of why people end up turning to drugs is also they end up going through a rut in their life, that whether they lose a family member or they just lose somebody, like end up in a bad breakup, and they end up turning to drugs. So with that being said, there are many different ways that you can end up coping with that. For my personal experience, I had a cousin that ended up starting off he was smoking marijuana all the time throughout high school. Then he started becoming more and more in depth to other different types of drugs. And eventually he started getting into meth and heroin, and that was when he started getting further distance away from himself, from our family. And what that ended up leading to is it ended up leading him to not only going to jail, it ended up ruining and tearing apart our family, multiple different aspects. And then, so with that being said, there was also, he would end up doing theft and stealing and sexual abuse and many different things, and our family would helping him bail out, and then he'd end up just coming back to it. So, leaving you with this, one thing you can take away from this speech is that if you're going through a rut or an emotional time or whatever it may be, just realize that there is people out there to help you. Don't put your family and especially don't put yourself and your body through that personal experience of using drugs. Thank you.